W-I-Z to the E. In the building, we back. Special case and we keep going higher with no higher grade stuff. So, if I put him doing the building, my friends, you know how we do it, but it's just me and him today. I have to go there and record and go there and do what? So, South Africa! We'll check that out. So, put him doing the building, I'll keep on saying put him do, because that's his name in his, you know what I'm saying, government name. Umtutu's name.
Yeah.
Umtutu's it too, right? Thank you. But then his name is DeeJay Lab from Gagasi FM. This guy is a music producer, is a radio personality, general good guy, he's a dad, a businessman, but he's gonna take us through it. So he's here basically also to just enlighten the ignorance that we have, hence excuse my ignorance. So Ninja put
When?
we out here. It's not the first time seeing you in this building, but anyway.
Another story for another day.
We're gonna just do them, but we're gonna cut them. So the name DeeJay Lab, because it's kind of different. It's keep on love.
Jeez, it's a nickname I couldn't shake, bruh. Like primary school is like 94. And it stuck. I fought it stuck until eventually I just took it.
Oh, so initially you didn't like it?
Nah. I'll pay later.
What was it?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, but was it something to do with like what lab animals? What was it about? Okay, give me a hint.
It was a lot.
Labrador. What?
When I was eventually became DeeJay Lab. I think I took it on 02, end of 02.
Yeah, to have it as like your actual name.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
When I started like DJing in clubs, I needed a name. I think I had like 3 names to choose from, and that's the one I figured just go with.
Okay. So, and that's 02. In 02, are you already into music? Have you chosen a part to take as who you are now, or it was just like I'm gonna take this name and just rock with it?
No, I think the journey into the world of music, the world of, you're not just singing, or you're not just rapping, or you're not just making beats. So at about 10 years old, I was hit by the radio bug, as in I saw myself getting involved in radio. When I was 10, my uncles were messing around. They had a PA system. My grandfather's younger brother, and so my uncles were messing around with the PA system aircon and one of the shit.
Yeah.
And then I was about 10 years old, and I was like, no man, that looks interesting. That's something I could want to do. And then I found my way into it eventually. But he bought decks, turntables.
At when you were 10?
A little bit later.
Okay.
I was still high school.
Okay.
He bought 2 turntables and a mixer, and he just started collecting vinyl. So that's how I got exposed. And then he taught me, I think in a day I had it down. And that's 1999.
Damn.
So I spent 3 years in Kwancha Nabo.
I was good listening.
So I was, but yeah. So 99, I started like going with them to events, play the opening sets, carry bags.
What are the events are these? What are the events?
I'm a bash, to house party, whatever, wherever they
were. All that.
I don't know about that. But so that's how I found myself in that space, and listening to a lot of Metro FM back then. We had DJ Drama on there. That's when the
actual DJ Drama.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because we had mixes on.
So how old is DJ Drama guy?
Our drama is early 90s.
Birth, no, or as in like
getting busy.
Came out.
It's
come out.
Yeah, early 90s.
Like 50s. In his age.
Close. Yeah, him and Fat Joe, because Fat Joe, Luala, Wakala, that side. So early 90s, they were all coming up together.
Oh.
Yeah, well, so I assume that's how the connect with Metro FM happened. Because that's when we started
showing
hearing
him.
mixtapes, and it's like, how and their style was linked to how I was playing. My cousin was collecting house music, so when I started the DJing journey on the house, because that's what was available. A single was like 120 rand back then, so you couldn't just buy music. Yeah, boy, you had to be sure of the music you were buying, and you had to have a job.
True.
So I was rocking with whatever my cousins had. So I spent about 3 years just learning under his tutelage and getting used to Iklapu. And then I think '02, I was like, hey, Chita, I'm trying to do this thing for real. You know, can we do this? He was like,
that's still high school.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a hip hop.
Yeah, sure.
So I was I felt a bit dejected, but it made sense. I was more of a head. You know what I mean?
You're already into hip hop.
Heavy. I was rapping, making beats, and collecting music as well. Yeah.
So you saw yourself as potentially one day being a rapper, out,
For sure.
And when you realize,
I heard dudes that I figured if Lomsara was doing this with lyricism, I've got no business rapping. Because
listen, number one.
I'm nice with it.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes and drops like a 16.
So find out you are unnice.
That's like, no, man. That's just out of this world. And you're like, yes.
What about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for how long, Iman? How long did it take for you to say, nah, not for me? Was it like a month?
It was immediate.
Yes. Immediate?
Yeah, immediate. The first time I heard him, I was just like, no, man. What we need to do is get behind dudes like these, if there's more of them. You know?
So who was that?
Siyabonga Mzalia.
Oh, the shout out to him.
So the first time I heard
him. Or Panther?
I went in Gagasi, but I met them in German.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is 2002 December. I'd done my first hip hop event at Bed Center. 2002 December 11, if my memory serves me correct.
That's a long time.
And we had said whoever.
That's more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Dang.
At this point.
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah.
End of this year. So we said whoever does the best Kulia show, Liana, we would give them a record deal. What a record deal is we had access to a studio in Langangzwa the following year.
Oh, as in the government studios.
No. It was college studios. So we would record them.
Yeah.
We would record a project for them if they come.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So K Black and Biz took that one that year, and funny enough, my favorite MC on the day.
I remember a character called K Black.
Yeah. Still Solomon, man.
Oh, change the name. Okay.
Yeah, I changed the name.
Hair? Long hair?
No.
Oh, just Solomon.
Out. So they took it. My favorite performer on the day, funny enough, was Who.com.
Which one? Weboto?
Yeah, Weboto. Killed his performance. I met a lot of dudes for the first time that day, and then I'm out to the as per the judges, and then we were recording them, and they brought a couple of dudes to studio, and one of those dudes was Umon.
Okay.
So it was like, damn, who's this? And then it's like, man. You just moved down the road to exactly because I knew his older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he knows you at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
So it's like
things come together.
Then I was like, we'll focus on the beat making. We'll focus on the business side of things because all this dope music is being recorded.
Were you trying to make like exclusively a project for him, or it was going to be a project where everyone?
No. I'd heard Abdus earlier. I'd heard obviously K Black and Biz Nangbazi when we grew up with them.
Okay, cool.
I'd heard a couple of other dudes that I'd wanted to work with.
Yeah.
At that point, and it's like started formulating the idea of a project then. Late high school, and it took a couple years to eventually get going because all the pieces needed to be there.
So recording the project in terms of how long would you say took more than a year?
No.
To get everything together?
No, to get everything together before we started the recording process took about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Damn! Because I remember when the first ones I've heard, by the way, we're talking about the Kevin mixtape, guys. One of the best mixtape when it comes to Kevin music. It's got that authentic, that veil, and it also like helped a lot of guys come through. You know what I'm saying? Like because as much as they were already, some of them were already known, but not at that level. And in a project where everything is put together, you know what I'm saying? And also just gave new cats a way to shine. So, because I remember hearing a lot of basic beats there.
Yeah.
Who was basic? Why basic? And where is he now?
Weyani Montali. He works in Parliament.
Damn!
In Malawi, he's a politician.
Basically, it's basic. What?
Yeah.
I remember.
His name is Weyani. Weyani Montali. He's Malawian.
Malawian, yeah.
That's a Malawi.
I knew he was international. I didn't know just nowhere.
Okay, so in there with him, in my journey of collecting music, I went to high school with a homie, Andrew Kabef, who was in Malawi. And so we found out that we had the same taste in music. So Go Wesake, his cousin, was a bit older than us. He had, all the rocker stuff from Mos Def, Kwali, Black Star, Pheromone, that stuff that we were rocking heavy on.
Yeah.
And
the originals, it's like that.
Originals. Yeah. So eventually what happens then is Gube Konenye out from Malawi as to Atumundi. He comes to me, he's like, I want to take you somewhere. Well, I'm like, cool. I was like, there's someone you have to meet. This is like 2005-06, né?
Yeah.
So it's like, there's someone you have to meet. I'm like, cool. Miss Fiawalumtaga, I think day one. I keep a hard drive. I'm a hard drive. I keep a computer. I keep a hard drive.
Like the physical.
Yeah, I keep a hard drive. If I a computer and he screws it back in, proceeds to play me like 800 beats in a day.
Woo!
So I'm listening to 800 beats.
So long as you please.
Whole day.
Like that one, this one, that one.
Yeah.
You know,
so we eventually took out pen and pad and started making notes of the names. We did that process for 3 days. Every day I forget drive and my beats is like 2,500 beats basically over 3 days that we were listening to.
Wait. You guys are away. You guys are in college at the time, right?
Yeah. So
and this nigga has so many beats.
No, that's all he does. That's all he does now. He's got his son producing now. His son is at most 10. He's already working the MPC, playing instruments. So into and it's dope to see. So yeah, about 2,500 beats over 3 days. I chose 160 of those beats. Okay, so I tried to allow, and then so I shop him out in Swazi with one. So K Black disappeared on me. And then
so he wasn't on the Given.
No, he wasn't. The people that were initially meant to be on the Given, besides Sky, Abdus, Nongondo, was Pro Kid. It was K Black. It was Cuba. There's a show called Cuba. Yeah. I wanted Cuba on the project. And maybe 2 or 3 other people. Do you know what I mean? So that was the direction I was going in. I met Pro Eros Bank. We sat, we listened to beats. Turns out afterwards, he also disappeared, but it turned out that he was having label drama. So whoever it was that he was signed to at the time, he was supposed to be on Isn't I Funny with Abdus. Because he rocked with that beat. So that didn't happen.
Where does one find the Given? Where does one find the Given?
Now, it's available on SoundCloud. Yeah, because of the licensing, we can't sell it. We were licensed to a set number of units, and we sold all of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you can't put it on any other platform?
That was Jah.
Jesus.
That was Jah. So we give it out for free on SoundCloud. Our license, they signed to use the samples.
Yeah.
Only give us a set number of CDs.
So those samples were clear.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, but like true, the given like a mixtape, because even the other ones that came after were cool, but then that element, the fact that everything was sampled, cleared, and the way it was put together too. Did you guys have like launches and stuff like that for the
We did. We had a tour.
Damn.
We toured, we went to PMP, Sakala like Tegwin, we did the skate park, we did a couple other venues, Side as Pete. We wanted to do it provincially and eventually nationally, but that's when we found out, would say, the music business needs money. So try more to anyway. costs you money.
And you have people here, you have to feed them,
Yeah, and eventually you're gonna have to start paying people as well. Because but the rumblings do eventually come. Because somebody does sit and think, say, what are we benefiting from it financially?
And who was involved, like the front office in terms of the game and mixtape?
So the idea originally was mine. I partnered with K-Reg.
K-Reg.
Karab.
Karab.
Yeah, he was my homie. I met him in 2003. Still is a homie. Also family guy.
That's dope.
And then so our joint venture, and then what would say, who can I work with outside of himself and I? We in studios. Toy had just come back from England.
Mr. Kumeta.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame had just come back from England and he had gear. So at studio gear, we would accept Chita as a span. And when I went to go meet with them, Trey, who later was on Dream Team, he was there as well. So we collabed. They started a company called Love Child.
Okay, because I remember
we're in college. We did sound engineering with both of them.
But Trey at that time, sorry to cut you there, he was more on production, right? Yeah.
Still is. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because most people would know Trey from Dream Team, like Dream Team or etc. Someone here is saying that too. So he at that time he was involved, also with the beat selection, etc.
The production, and he mixed the project. He mixed and mastered the project. Trey specifically.
Wow.
And so we took turns recording, matching beats to people, because I selected the 160 beats based on Konabana. That was just with basic. Toy contributed as well as a producer. Trey contributed as a producer, and Socialistic also contributed as a beat maker. So all in all, I think it's what, like 5 producers.
That's a lot of niggas.
Yeah, 5 producers on the project. We had 18 tracks. And yeah.
So it took a while. And now I had some of the favorites there. But would you think One of Battle is the biggest one from the project?
It was the lead single.
It
was definitely lead single.
Yeah.
And I think it was the most accessible in that if you look at both MC's styles and what was happening, and it's just kind of
true.
Do you know what I mean? Abdus with
killing it, punchline. If you ever see Abdus on stage in the early
mid-2000s.
I know. Still now because it's Abdus, but
it's probably.
And also you see something like at that time, obviously there was no YouTube. You don't know the songs. This nigga singing live. Oh Jesus Christ, I was there too. So Lab and them made something beautiful, guys. If you don't know the Kevin, go back and look and just go back, check it out, listen to it, all of that. For yourself, you download the Kevin mixtape now. Where does it happen now? You are in radio now. Gagasi FM, because as you said earlier, radio was your thing. The bag was there already. That, you know what I'm saying? So when does it happen to you? Was no, let me just put on my socks, let me just call radio and turn out.
Radio happened before the project.
Is it?
Yeah, it happened before the project, because now it's okay. So it's about sharp, it's about Soyempu, and it's about Yeah, well, so it was like back then. I think our best shot at getting our music played was DYR, which is like say with urban youth radio. East Coast wasn't in the players. Getting onto Coast, it was tricky.
Very much so.
Still is. Gagasi didn't exist. It was still P4. So it was like, let's get a show somewhere somehow. So we shopped ourselves. We shopped ourselves around, contributing as mixed DJs on P4. And when Gagasi started, shout out to Makosi cause he pulled us on and gave us the first 45 minutes of the show. She's late now with Desiree Similan, of her 3-hour show on a Friday evening. First 45 minutes.
Segment,
so space memes untrained but by the time we were let go completely, we had submitted beats from the project to be used as music beds when the DJs were talking over the music. We were interviewing producers, we were interviewing producers, MCs that were on the project. So people started getting used to these artists. True. So it's called programming.
That's true.
So you program people to get used to this thing.
Exactly.
On mainstream radio. So by the time the music came out and the tour started, it was easy to receive. So that's why we went into radio themselves.
Because I remember it was 2011 with you in an interview, and then at that time you were like, "Hey, Gagasi FM, I'm actually volunteering." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah, I volunteered for 6 years. I volunteered at Gagasi. I worked at Gagasi for 6 years, man.
People can't even study for 2 years. You volunteered. What?
Yeah. It was the only way we could get ourselves onto radio.
So this is not about you just making a bag. It's also about, let me get this.
They've never paid me enough.
Jesus. To date?
To date.
Gagasi.
No, it's by choice. It's by choice though. The segments I've chosen to do. Because the whole reason why I got onto radio was to get us on as a culture one, and then once we were on, it's to leave the door open.
Yeah.
But Faunyao, whoever's interested in coming through, but now you get like on.
But then, what would you say to those who feel like, or who think, or whatever? Firstly, on this thing, we see, somebody, for example, we yourself went there with the intention to put ish on, on. So it could be my specific niggas or the niggas that I know, right? Which is not wrong.
Some people do that.
Exactly.
But those shows never last. Look around.
Damn! Hey, give me an example there.
We are Wize. Like if you, because here's what it is. Here's what it is. It's like, okay, so far I'm outside me. I'm outside. I'll delete it 5 minutes. So whoever's listening is going to hear which this one's hit a dead end, or this can no longer grow. So cancel your show.
Yeah, but if your niggas, let's say they happen to be good game. Oh my god, but average.
How many of them?
Average. Let's say they are average.
It's a numbers game.
Average also kind of works. If they keep on just giving you music and saying go to them too. Let's say I make music, I know you personally, you work on radio. Everything of mine is clean. I give you the email, the letterheads, everything is on point. But my music is average. Some people will play it. I'm not saying you will do it, but even in its average, it still could pull through somewhere, and people don't use programming. So someone still could be programmed to listen to that shit too. So the question was more like, why do you think it exists? And then till today, it's not better. It also makes sense about it's corruption at that. Corruption is for you to pay me to play you on radio. So why do you think it exists? And why do you think also today, it's even TV or whatever, it's still there?
People, greed.
Yeah.
Greed.
Greed. More, eh?
No, greed.
Greed.
Yeah. It's greed. It's like people will do it to benefit them. And money is a big motivator.
And also somewhat of a norm. So which means greed is normal now. Because it's like really dumb.
No, it's not normal. Yeah, those people don't last.
So when someone approaches you and says, "Yo, lab, I got a 10K
for what?
Just for
what's it for?
Just for you, just to buy yourself a sneaker."
Nah, I'm cool, dog. I got enough sneakers.
I can see. Nigga, only time I only saw like when we were trying to do when we actually did it, E15.
Yeah.
So I remember me and Flo said went to live there somewhere in other suburbs. Scamsha as half we shooting the gate a window. So I saw this guy had like sneakers for days in like 2012, 13. So even this guy enough sneakers, trust me, he's not enough sneakers.
Got enough sneakers. I think why for doing these things has to outweigh everything else. The reason why you do it, because then nobody can put a price on it. My wife for getting onto radio was to put the game on.
Yeah, sure.
So you can't pay me enough, and you can't underpay me either.
So just so how long? Because you've been there for a while now. How long?
18 years.
Damn. You've been there for 8 years.
18
Damn.
years. Yeah. That's like
a teenager. Yeah.
Adult.
That's an adult. You are voting this year.
Yeah.
The kid teases.
Hip hop on radio can vote this year.
You know what I'm saying? So, how long do you plan on staying more?
I think my work is done.
On Finito. Yeah.
I think my work is done, yeah.
Are you resigning this year, next week? What's going on?
I can go back to DeeJay Lab, the DJ, because I put that on the back burner.
And now you're putting me there because I want to go there, but since we're there, you might as well. Because now I don't like that. Because I am going to be biased because Jay is my guest and he gave me the chance to interview him. Thank you, bro, by the way.
Sure.
But no, for real though. Like,
twice.
I went to. I've been going like. I'm ahead big time. Like I used to go to Yopi, I was still a little kid in high school. Like I used to go to Yopi. He was already out of high school or whatever. So there's a difference when it's like when Lab plays, like Kenzero plays. When Kenzero plays, it's different. Like we had an event where Kenzero was just playing the original song first. So he played the song kind of original. And then
samples.
Exactly, yeah. Then he played the. He played the one with the sample form and the thing. So also now Lab is a thing where it's very hip hop and it's also very like. And wow, man, nostalgic too. So, you're DJing, you going back full time, you quit the radio, or it's gonna be like, cause I can DJ, I'm gonna do it.
No, I'm gonna go back full time. I've got probably another half a decade in the game, and then I have to get into other things, yeah, well? So, I'll do the DJing thing full time for 5 years, and then I'm done with entertainment.
Full stop?
Full stop.
As in, no advice, nothing. We can't check you out for advice. No.
Nah, man, I'm done. Yeah, I'll be done. I'll be out.
So what? You going to Parliament too? Like basic?
Bro, I'll find an island thing in that network.
But in terms of things like that, like I know you're a positive brother, so I assume you vote, right?
No, I haven't yet.
Ever? So
Yeah.
Why? I'm one of those who feel like my vote don't change shit or...
No, I think that would need an entirely different podcast.
For real?
For real.
Damn!
But to break it down, so if you know anything about your politics, that'll explain my stance, politically one. And then secondarily, if we were to Akula in the era we grew up in, yeah, well, like I know what apartheid was. You understand? I learned there. So to come up from that and to see the country transition from what it was politically to it becoming a democracy, and then to understand what those political leaders stood for, and what they stood for then became. So
it's the becoming that you are not happy with?
The appetite, and if somebody says, okay, let's work on fixing this.
Which is this that like he need this like
this, the becoming. Yeah, just
the becoming of
then it might be something I could dance with.
So you feel like the transition somewhere in between, wires will cross. Like
what was fought for versus what is. You're in different. You understand that? I was actually talking to a politician a couple of days ago about that. Who's a family member, and and what it meant when the country transitioned to what it became.
Because
when I became old enough to vote, it was like, okay, land. It wouldn't make sense. If we're saying we're sorting land or out for it to become the best version of itself that it could be, I'm there. But the reason is people don't want to lay foundations proper in anything. Artists don't want to put in the groundwork.
That's true.
That's true.
So given the chance, if you had like probably to not redo or just a better version of a different, whether it's a mixtape or album or whatever, 5 artists to tour with in the country, just tour with 5 artists, unlimited budget. Since your last half decade in the music anyway, like given the chance, give me the ones who are still with us, and give me the ones who are late too, because I know music has has evolved. Like tour. Let's talk. People who want to make the tour, because you know the point. But So give me the ones who are still here first. Follow them and give me the ones who are second, because I want to unbend.
Hi guys. guys, welcome to our channel. This is Excuse Our Ignorance. As you all know, this is not about us, of course, it's about you guys. So you can like and subscribe on our channel. You find us on all social media networks by the likes of Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You can just like and subscribe. Look for our page. It's Excuse My Ignorance with Wize, and catch you guys every Sundays for our next
Start with
episode.
some of the grades. In terms of a performance, I've never seen anybody lay it down harder than Double HP. So for me, in terms of just like being able to handle the stage, Double HP would have to be in there. Pro was impeccable, man. That's Pro Kid.
The name itself.
The third late grade would have to be AKA, man.
R.I.P. Kid, man.
Yeah, rest in peace. I would. Ikati would have to be a part of that lineup because just of the versatility when it comes to the studio work. Yeah.
Okay, true.
Yeah. And performance as well. Definitely up there. When Rick Ross was down, it was Rick Ross, Malum Kulkati, and then everybody else in terms of performance. And Mina, you said tour.
Yeah, tour.
So if we're talking about filling up venues,
I understand
and
exactly.
entertaining
I
a
understand what
band,
you're saying, yeah.
and also
The people, man.
having the records, like the music that goes with this. So that's 4, right? Black is nice, man. Black is nice.
The new school.
And their performer, Nasty. There was a point where he was distracted. I would say I think he's found his way back into his bag now with the performance. Let's find his ass. Definitely a solid performer.
Yeah.
And the more to that, I can't deny.
Yeah.
In terms of performances, I empty the face. And he's got a catalog.
Are you saying Ongamuza because maybe of the way he just was natural answer?
No, the content.
And it's chill.
No, it was the content. No, the star power is undeniable. Like from the first time.
MT fan of school.
Hey, Duncan.
Yeah, MT fan of Duncan. Duncan celebrity.
Duncan. That's what I mean. You should to me.
Exactly.
It's up to you what you do with it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Skuva. Uzagwe is solid and he's hardworking Uzagwe.
True.
That's the one thing that must give Uzagwe his flowers now.
Shout out, big boy. Happy birthday, by the way.
If you think about it, if he wasn't putting in the work he's doing, what is happening in the game right now?
Ish.
And if he wasn't putting in that,
when I'm talking your lab is presenting an award at a show that Zawa who visits. Not because you're a good guy, he knows. I'm sure that he knows what he. Now when I had lab, if he's not busy, you know what I'm saying. What type of guy you are?
I think I'd be happy with that selection. If we're saying we're filling up arenas and we are entertaining people, and here's the song with a catalog, understand?
Yeah.
Because these gents in Babali, they have a catalog. I would want like just favorites of mine, Zulu Mecca, online definitely. I would love for her to be a part of it.
She's nice.
Zulu
Mecca, nice guy, yo.
I always mess up her name, but is it Eugen Black or Eugen Black? What's the name? Eugen. Yo, fire as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I think in terms of just a sound, again, a Shane Eco. You know, might not track like in front of an audience,
but also he
completes it.
Yeah, but you need versatility too. You know what I'm saying?
And those are just the mainstream acts.
Out of all the guys though, like quite like, I don't know if the hip hop guys are ever going to just say or be honest. Like, AKA's level was higher than most niggas, and also, but when I seems like he's the only one trying to open the other garages in the other. You know what I'm saying? My question is with him, as far as you are concerned, is it what? Is it like is everyone else not sure about the, you know what I'm saying? Or why is he still, because he's been number one dude for a while.
I would say it's Nasty, he thinks.
Everybody else don't.
Yeah, well, not that they don't. he thinks. When I say he thinks, it's like, okay, and like being able to envision something, plan for it meticulously, and know what to do and when to do it. You understand that? I'm talking about inception stages. You know, so in terms of a complete journey, I'm a journey about our fan,
100%.
Some people catch fire later, some people catch fire sooner. But in terms of okay, here's my first step, and first step gives birth to a second step. Kanjalo. He's definitely top 5 of the people that had it mapped out and made all the necessary moves. And he was the first of his generation to do that. You understand? And if you think him, Black wins
100%.
You understand?
100%, yeah.
Black carried on where Nasty had gotten up to. Blackie was the only supporting act we Earth Gang when in the European tour.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
we had to get
and that's yeah, sure.
Whoever the other opening acts were in all 23 of those cities. Even now he's touring with Bass, he's opening for J. Cole, Manje, Peshe.
So he's dream villing somewhere there.
He's dream villing somewhere, and he's doing all of this because somebody else had done it prior to him. And understand, Uti, KO went to a South by Southwest, aka went to a South by Southwest, and they performed Uzona Zonkeles in down and kicked those doors open. To me and the Volume did it almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They were touring Europe, touring France, headlining shows, performing alongside the Black Thoughts, the Roots of the world. This is 20 years ago.
Don't really get his flowers. I'm from a dope MC, but you don't get his flowers, guys.
It doesn't, because I think he doesn't talk about his moves. You see his moves. So think about from that time and think about a Zulu boy like hitting the globe. So it's called impact on Shlaba, man.
Yeah, sure.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
A Zulu boy, and who else, man? Fast forward to a Nest. Yeah, well, Nest, what he was able to do, the whole Zulu Man with Some Power was preceded by a Zulu Man in Japan, if you remember the documentary.
Is it?
Yeah, he shot that documentary in Japan.
Wow, okay.
They went to Shibuya. Like, if you know what's happening in the back office, you know how they ended up there.
Okay.
And they're there doing their thing, trying to tap into the East Asian market. Yeah, well, and then circling.
And Labo, he knows, because if he goes there, population-wise,
exactly.
Yeah.
Circles back around, comes back with the features, more ASAP Ferg, the TI features, all of those, you know what I mean? And so I'm just waiting for his magnum opus.
Yeah. It's like, I'm here.
That speaks to all of that experience. Because that's why he done it.
Halleberg.
You understand? They're still kids, yeah, and they're doing it.
I mean, for me, there's also a disconnect. Guys will come back. It's Abantu, the masses, or whatever. Like most South African hip hop artists, after they kind of not fall off, whatever, after they're no longer hot, they don't survive. Not in the game or in life in general. I don't know. How do you feel? Is it Ngobaji? Like, you can give me, I know Salvin, Proverb literally had to do other things to, you know what I'm saying, to do what he could.
But who said don't diversify your portfolio? How is Nas making his money now? How did Jay-Z become a billionaire?
But they still can sell out shows though.
Jay-Z didn't sell records as an MC. He wasn't the highest selling.
That's true.
His most successful record was E Hard Knock Live.
Which means
Volume 2.
So which means your is diversified portfolio.
Why are you treating this game like it shouldn't be the same?
I'm saying these niggas didn't do it. Like majority of South African rappers who have a name, boy, some of them are late, I'm not gonna mention names.
I'd say they did. Labin Bazio, guys from my generation.
So
Kulichana has a whole media.
He's cool.
Yeah, all Sugar Smacks have got agencies. Like all these people. Guess now, do you know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna be able to do it. Jenga Urkant, the Beanie Seagulls didn't do it. The Memphis didn't do it. The Banbanis. Baninga Banga Wenza. So I know names who's those. Understand? So it's the same. It's like you gotta do more than one thing. Yeah, well.
Like
yourself.
Like yourself.
What do I do?
You know, farm. This nigga's got I'll vote, but it's fine. First, go and vote, but it's fine.
Vote,
you have the choice. Go up South Africa with all your body. And also, I would say, that was the top 5 of the people going to kill it. Now, before Lab leaves, my friends, also the pen. I'm sure he's good.
You will.
Like also the pen. So you do a verse. You do a verse. You do a verse that's not yours. That you like. Even if you choke, it's fine. It doesn't charge.
It's not happening. I haven't rapped in 22 years though. Some people haven't been alive for that long. So.
Lab. He won't even rap the verse that he did in 1993 when he started rapping.
Imagine. I was 10 in 1993.
Do you have any of those notes of yours? Nothing.
Sitting somewhere far away, far away. Keep on day.
So since going up to Sky not
Ghost, triple threat.
But she's not really rapping anymore because
she definitely is.
Well, she is, but she's not. She's kind of famous, but not famous off bars. Am I wrong? Or am I wrong?
No, like the beauty of being an artist, I say, I'm defending and I'm kulumate because I don't know what her plans are. But she sends me music where she's free.
My point was,
as in, so I'm privy to the fact that she's recording stuff.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
It's always like that. Hence I'm asking.
Yeah. And so we'll chop about those bars and like direction.
I haven't heard a Sky verse like 10 years so.
She dropped the joint last year. Even what's her name? Rhapsody commented on that on something. So we ghosted the moon. So Rhapsody's heard a verse and you stay here, you haven't heard, you've been sleeping.
It depends where we sleep. If we can get it now, so
no, Sky is definitely still on it.
And then the other two who are on the tape, relevance wise, why do you personally think it's not happening, or why it happened, or
dudes are active. No puns intended. He's still active. He's doing his thing. He's working with the gents at Gala Productions. As to what he's doing there, it's another conversation. Mr. Mzalia, he's still busy. His personal life hasn't been solid. I think anybody who knows knows what's happening there.
Yeah.
Sky is doing her thing. Trey is still busy. He's still active as well. Toy is still busy doing his thing, but the music has taken a back burner to everything else he's doing. He's been in construction for the past decade.
Yeah, I know, because I'm on an event toy.
I understand. Who else is on there? Or Russell, no.
And Gary's
Kamikaze. Gary's late. Kamikaze is an author. He's released like 3 if not 4 books.
One of my favorite rappers, yeah.
Kamikaze. Who else is Shia? I know I'm forgetting someone. Russell, he's in the arts space as well, doing his thing, firearms. People are still doing the music thing, just not at
that level.
And not
people have kids and families and etc.
Yeah. And if this isn't your main income, because at the end of the day,
you might as well,
hence, and circle back to this.
Hence.
It's not my podcast.
But my podcast on live, hence. So, you are off radio next year. In your calculation, when do you think you're going to be off radio?
We'll know soon.
Know soon?
We'll know soon. What's in it? The decision, I'll make the decision soon. But and show is that I've done everything I set out to do in terms of radio. And
now, every time I speak to him, he puts me on some shit. He put me on Celestial Mike, he put me on this. Celestial's album is nice, guys. And don't be biased, bro. If you have an album and I know it, I'll say it's nice. And if it's nice, I'm also he's nice, guys. Shout out to that. Shout out to Lab Buffets for coming here. Oof, on a beautiful Sunday, guys. Like, I'm sure it's half a face where we do things happening in pity to death. I'm sure I do. You're a chef. Bye.
Sa elza ngibona amaphoyisa asambili so ngene emotweni khoshoko kwabayi ngibona athi ngiyiqala awe ngenele emotweni bambambanga la kodwa waze nawe bo mina kwagoloza
ubhisi wakha
ubhisi bambamba ubhisi phela ngithola omunye wayekhona
ethobile
mina kashesha ngabona kwaqala baphuma ithi yageza yazake yabona
ayi nangu KO
uyihlalele emotweni
yeah They ask me what I want be, know what I say to my teacher, don't wanna be a celeb. Head on the speaker, we chasing dope, trying to be a breadwinner. When it go crazy, slow down. Take a minute, music apple of my eye. Me and music we a pair. Sing for angels in the sky, cause the music everywhere. Dope sounds are cooler, no grind or moolah. No time for Uber, let the music take you there like. Give that look.